Hello guys, it's Donovan of Schmick Squadron, and here I am for another video for you guys. So, I was thinking about a good video idea, and I thought to myself, why not talk about my favorite side deck cards? So, that's what I'm here to do for you guys today. I'm here to talk about my 5 favorite cards to have in my side deck. Now, this is personally just the cards that I've had in my side deck throughout the time I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively. And even then, I didn't always have great cards in my side deck. These are just the 5 that I always seem to have in my side deck. So, anywho, let's start with the first card that I want to talk about, and that is Denko Sekka. Now, obvious reason, Denko Sekka is really good against those trap-heavy back row decks, stuff like Paleozoic and Altergeist. The only problem with Denko Sekka is that you can stop it with a Solemn Warning or Solemn Judgment. But those are 2 limited cards. You only can play 1 copy of Warning. You can only play 1 copy of Judgment. You could play some other stuff, like I think Grand Horn of Heaven, I believe, can stop a Denko Sekka. I could be wrong. But outside of the fact that you have to sacrifice a normal summon, I love Denko Sekka. It's helped me win a lot of my Paleozoic matchups. I've also lost to Denko Sekka, having played Paleo for a few months. But regardless, I think Denko Sekka has always been a good staple for my side deck, if I'm not playing a trap-heavy deck. Speaking of trap-heavy decks, this is where Evenly Matched comes in. Another card that's really good against those trap-heavy back row decks. However, instead of sacrificing your normal summon, you have to sacrifice your battle phase, which isn't too difficult nowadays, especially since how a lot of these decks nowadays set up big boards and try to OTK at fast paces and whatnot, but well, that didn't really make much sense to say. But anywho, Evenly Matched, it may be a very pricey card right now, but since it is, if I'm not mistaken, getting a reprint in the Megatons, the price of that will definitely go down a little bit, and therefore much more affordable and more accessible. But regardless, I have my play set. I love the card. Let's move on to the next card. Kaijus. Just Kaijus in general. Now, I personally just play Gameciel. Any Kaiju really fits this category. But Kaijus are really good to deal with those pesky boss monsters that are either unaffected by card effects, or they can't be destroyed by battle, or they can't be targeted, and they're just too difficult to get rid of. Well, there's a Kaiju for that. Now, obviously, there are some cards that the Kaijus really can't deal with. Stuff like a Vanity's Fiend, or Darkest Diabolos. There's plenty of cards the Kaijus can't deal with. And also, there's an issue with stuff like boards that have multiple monsters. And then that's typically where you see Raw Sphere Mode come into play. And obviously, Raw Sphere Mode is good against certain matchups. Kaijus are better against other matchups. But regardless, you can put both of those 2 types of monsters into the same category. They fit the same role, similar to how Evenly Matched and Denko Sekka fit the same role. So, with that being said, the next card is Dimensional Barrier. Just really good against rogue decks and decks that are very reliant on pendulums or synchros or Xyz. There was a reason why this was a $90 card at one point. But regardless, since the link mechanic has been introduced, most strategies have been leaning towards the link mechanic. So Dimensional Barrier isn't really as good. But before that, when pendulums were still a big thing, and even Zodiac was still a big thing, Dimensional Barrier was a very helpful card. But my favorite side deck card is none other than Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. This isn't only my favorite side deck card. This is my favorite card in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'll make another video to explain why, but Winter Cherries. Easy explanation of why you play this. Extra deck boss monsters, you can get rid of them. Don't have to deal with them. As long as you don't control more monsters than your opponent, or excuse me, as long as your opponent controls more monsters than you just play this, and then bam, you can get rid of those boss monsters. ABC Dragon Buster, gone. The Sky Striker spell monsters, gone. Zodiac monsters, gone. Mirror matches like Dante's and whatnot, oh, get rid of them. Again, subjective of like when it's really good. Sometimes it's very not good in the format, especially when a deck like Dinosaur is prevalent, or True Draco is prevalent, or Monarchs are prevalent. But when an extra deck heavy monsters, boss monsters, pretty prevalent in the format, yeah, you see Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherry spike up in price. And with that being said, folks, that's all I got for you today. My quick little video talking about my favorite side deck cards. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys next time.